It's been 8 regular season games since FC Tulsa last lost a game. The last team to beat them, today's opponent, Sporting KC2, and that was last August. The visitors will open their season account today against a Tulsa side that is riding on a high, having overcome local rivals OKC Energy by 3-1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa. My name is Dave Saunders, joined for the home season by former OSU Big 12 champion Anna Beffa. And Anna, as I say, good evening to you. Certainly if you are a supporter of FC Tulsa, you'll be very pleased with their 2021 start.
Good evening, Dave. You have to be excited if you're an FC Tulsa fan, especially with that dominant win against in-state rivals last week. But it's important for them to continue to focus on what's ahead, and tonight they have a tough matchup against this SKC2 side. And it'd be important for them to get a win tonight as they have a long road stretch ahead of them. But as you mentioned, they're playing with a ton of confidence right now. NTN coming into tonight fully expecting to get the 3 points, but they're up against a young, talented team. Talking about confidence and goals, FC Tulsa's player to watch, well, it has to be Joaquin Rivas. Dave, it has to be 2 goals against OKC Energy, and he has an opportunity tonight to tie the franchise record for total goals as well. Last week, he brought a ton of energy to the lineup, experience, and he's looking to build on that tonight to help them secure a win in front of their home crowd. And for Sporting Kansas City 2, a prolific striker, Rapapa Mensah. He's really a true striker, always looking to go to goal. He scores wherever he goes, and he's the type of player, he's very unpredictable, which makes him tough to defend, and he'll make FC Tulsa work tonight for their first clean sheet of the season. It's an intriguing matchup between FC Tulsa and Sporting Kansas City 2. Can Mike Ensian's men beat their young opponents for the first time in franchise history? We will find out and have your starting lineup some more after this short break.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to One Oak Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Great for athletes, it's great for muscle recovery, reduces aches and pains that they're having, help those muscles recover quicker from those intense workouts that they're going through.
These guys, they're banged up, they're working hard, they're dealing with injuries. I feel blessed that these guys are able to come in the office and, take advantage of our multiple service lines here at Tulsa Spine and Rehab.
Since Williams was founded in 1908, much has changed. The growth of cities, rise of technologies, our transformation from a family-owned business to America's clean energy partner, supplying natural gas for cooking, heating, and powering 76 million homes. And while so much has changed, some things should remain the same, like keeping promises, exceeding safety standards, doing the right thing, and protecting the environment. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Welcome back into One Oak Field. I can tell you there is a wonderful atmosphere here in downtown Tulsa. As you can see, the fans are really up for this. They're really ready for this one. And as we said in the introduction, it couldn't have started better for FC Tulsa with that 3-1 win down the turnpike last week against OKC Energy. But this Sporting KC2 side, Anna Beffa, a young team with lots to prove and lots of academy players in there. It's going to be an interesting, as I said, an intriguing matchup tonight.
It definitely will, and as you mentioned, this was FC Tulsa's last loss against this SKC2 side, so they're hungry tonight to come back and build upon that win last weekend against OKC Energy and get the victory tonight ahead of a long road trip for the next 4 games for FC Tulsa. You get a look there at Dario Suarez, 8 goals last season, a goal last weekend. And Dave, FC Tulsa, exciting atmosphere, a lot to play for. Started off the season strong so far.
They certainly have. Sporting KC will be playing from right to left on your screens. FC Tulsa, the home side, in all white tonight. As we take a look at the Croatian Dominik Rezitar, who will get us underway wearing 34. As we said, a beautiful night here and a wonderful atmosphere inside One Oak Field. And we are seconds away from this one. There's Matt Sheldon, who keeps his place in the side, a very versatile player, can play in defence. He'll be playing on the right of the three in Mike Ensian's 4-2-3-1 formation tonight. And he's just bundles of energy, Matt Sheldon, can play anywhere.
He is, and he covers so much ground. I mean, he's everywhere. He's attacking, he's defending, a big leader for their side. An assist last weekend. We're looking for more from him tonight, and we're off.
We're off. The fireworks go off, and immediately the ball is played down by the visitors, and that will go harmlessly away for a goal kick. And the man between the pipes for FC Tulsa, man wearing all yellow tonight, there he is, Sean Lewis, who had a slight injury coming into the season, but he's fully fit now. And he, in front of those adoring fans, will take the first goal kick of the match. Lewis it is then who clears right-footed into the Sporting KC2 half. Babir with a good header there. Bradley Bouchoir steps in, the captain, playing it right back for FC Tulsa. Threads the ball down the right-hand side, looking for Rodrigo da Costa. Here is da Costa. Rivas back to da Costa. Eric Bird with his left foot. Now Dario Suarez on the 18-yard line. Is there an early chance for Suarez? Runs into trouble, and good defending from the visitors, and they will get a free kick deep in their own half. Good start from FC Tulsa. Playing three at the back, Sporting KC2s. Christian Duke involved there. There's Garcia with Bird. Kawambe in the midfield. Iagua, excuse me.
Doing well there to stay composed in tight spaces and just play out of pressure. Working to build out of the back.
And here is Dario Suarez. Kevin Garcia, so experienced at the back, and has formed a pretty good early season partnership with this man, Mo Jadama. Jadama back for his second spell with the club. Garcia going back to Lewis, so we'll have to clear left-footed towards the left-hand side. But good defending, and the ball eventually goes all the way back to Kranecki. Throwing then on the far side as the crowd get behind their team in all white. FC Tulsa, as we said, already 3 points in the bag in this Central Division. This is the first game for Sporting Kansas City 2s. Barbia eludes the challenge, but it breaks free here for Eric Bird. Eric Bird now, Sheldon. Sheldon across goal, and there's an easy save in the end for Kranecki. That shows you what Matt Sheldon can do.
Exactly, it all starts from him just being aware, applying that high pressure and making something happen. Bird just following up quickly behind. It didn't amount to anything super dangerous, but something to look out for.
First attack from the visitors, headed away by Kevin Garcia. And FC Tulsa just running into a little bit of trouble there. What better time than today to secure your 2021 FC Tulsa season tickets? Tickets start at just $8 a match for the best pro sports experience in all of Tulsa, from historic moments on the pitch to fireworks after the match. FC Tulsa's atmosphere is perfect for all ages. Head to fctulsa.com/tickets today. Throw in then on the far side is Rezitar. Rivas steps in. Corrales is there too. Here's Garcia tidying up down in the corner. Clips the ball up towards Rivas. He leaves it though for da Costa. DaCosta under pressure, in the end wins a throw-in on the left-hand side. Good start, Anna, from both sides here inside this first 4 minutes.
It is a good start. Both teams just trying to find a rhythm. See FC Tulsa looking comfortable in possession, as well as SKC in the back, just trying to find something going forward.
Long ball down the right-hand side, but that's kind of aimless. It's going to go away for a goal kick. Say again, though, the atmosphere inside the ground. We know that a lot of tickets have been sold for this game. Corrales heads it infield. Again, the visitors do well there to foil the danger and get possession of the ball. Matt Constant. Iagua now will have to go back here to Garcia. Garcia, the former Houston Dynamo player. Gets it back to Sean Lewis. Iagua again. Corrales. FC Tulsa looking comfortable on the ball, Anna Beffa.
They do, and I've noticed so far they're doing really well early in this half, just shifting as a unit, playing in those triangles, working together and staying connected.
Here's Barbia from the back, left-footed, long ball over the top. That will go all the way through again to Sean Lewis. Should say congratulations as well to 3 of the players. That's Grayson Barber for Javin van Deventer, and of course to Ozzy Cisnecos, who are all making their professional debuts tonight. And it just shows you, Anna Beffa, they're just young, raw talent, aren't they? And afraid of nothing.
You're exactly right, but they all, you know, have something to prove with this SKC2 side, just trying to earn their spot and you know, continue to build up within that Sporting Kansas City program. But as you mentioned, a lot of young talent. You know, FC Tulsa hasn't had a victory against them, so this will be a big one for them tonight. But obviously, they're breeding a lot of young talent.
Here's Sheldon just shaking off the defender there. That's a good ball to Rivas, but he was just offside there. So just not able to break the line.
And with Rivas, you know, we talked to Coach Incian earlier in the season how, you know, he's always looking to get forward, always looking for that next opportunity. Here's another look. Agua looks up. Rivas finds that pocket of space, trying to find DaCosta on that run, but just catches himself a bit offside. But something for the SKC2 defense to be aware of.
Good battle down that right-hand side. The right-hand side for SKC2s and the left for Tulsa. Here's a ball, though, down the left-hand side. Mojadama back into Lewis. Bouchoir is underneath this one. Just manages to head it down the line, but out. It's going to be a throw-in. Christian Duke it is with the ball here. The oldest player, tells you something, Anna Beffa, 29 years old, the captain.
Right, and that's the away side definitely looked to him for experience, and as he is a returner, so he has some experience from last season and the success that they had. So they'll be looking to him for guidance this evening against the FC Tulsa side.
Grayson Barber just getting involved there, the number 19 on the right-hand side. And the referee will call a foul in the middle. Referee tonight is Alicio Araguin, assisted by Seth Barton, Shane Kennard, and the 4th official is Jose Lara. And Anna, we're already a few minutes into the game, but it's an unchanged team, quite rightly so. The team that won the Black Gold Derby last week.
Right, take a look at Sheldon on that right side. We talked about how versatile he is for the FC Tulsa side, and then Sean Lewis anchoring that defense with your captain Bradley Bourgeois in that right back position.
So a free kick then to Sporting Kansas City 2s. The FC Tulsa line just outside the 18-yard line.
And you know, Dave, this is something that they'll be aware of because they were scored on last week on a set piece.
Last touch there was from Corrales. That will be our first corner of the game. Yeah, you're right. It was a goal conceded. Ball similar to that into the box, and a glancing header beating the FC Tulsa defence. Their first goal of the regular season to be conceded. Tyler Freeman here with Christian Duke. Duke walks away. Freeman then it will be, wearing 23. Referee's just going to sort out a little bit of pushing and shoving. Tyler Freeman, who did play in the 2-1 victory last August here at One Oak Field. The last time FC Tulsa lost a regular season game. Good ball into the box, headed away by Bourgeois. Duke will pick it up, just controls it on his thigh. Jake Davis here. Left-footed ball clipped towards the 18-yard line. Garcia heads away under a bit of pressure from Matt Constant. Garcia again, who is just coolness personified at the back for FC Tulsa. Here's Iagua. Lovely raking ball. Da Costa. Corrales inside the box, will have to go back. Now Rivas inside the box. Rivas, can he pull it back? Comes off the defender, and nobody could get on the end of that one. Bourgeois from the right-hand side, blasts it across goal, and there will be nobody there. Say goodbye to pain. Tulsa Spine and Rehab helps you get moving. Tulsa Spine and Rehab, a team of specialists in one place, working together, streamlining care, delivering lasting pain relief. TulsaSpineandRehab.com, one stop to help you get moving. TulsaSpineandRehab.com. Good pressure on Abefa from the home side.
It was. That was a great sequence offensively, and you saw Corrales getting up a bit higher on that left side, adding an extra man into that attack. But positive things so far from FC Tulsa.
Garcia. Ball crosses the halfway line. Suarez loses possession. Constant right-footed ball down the FC Tulsa left. But again, Garcia there. Sean Lewis long, looking for Da Costa. Da Costa's offside. Da Costa playing Anabefa, you know, he's a very versatile player, playing kind of as the false nine. And obviously Jerome Kiesewetter on the bench, waiting to enter the fray at some stage, we would have thought, tonight. A genuine number 9 and a great signing, the marquee signing for Mike Ensign this season.
Right, he was a big signing, and he has some high expectations to live up to, but you know, he accepts that pressure, and he wants that pressure. And I know it's been exciting for him to join the club, and FC Tulsa very excited to include him in the lineup, so it'll be interesting to see when he joins the mix this evening.
Now here's Corrales deep in Sporting KC territory, and there's a shot from Da Costa. Good pressure from the defender. Da Costa just getting underneath that one, but Corrales showing Anabefa, the Cuban international, that he can get down that left-hand side and provide you with those quality crosses.
Right, a great run on the left-hand side here. Looks like we'll get another look at the replay. Great ball across the box, a lot of pace. All Da Costa really has to do is redirect that into the goal. Unfortunate, though, not able to get his body up over that ball to keep it down under a lot of pressure from that SKC2 defense. But another good look from the home side.
Rodrigo Da Costa, 4 goals last season. Very versatile player, as we said, signed in 2019. Corrales back for his second spell as well. 4 players who worked with Mike Ensign when he was assistant with the Tulsa Roughnecks in 2017, and Anabefa, that quartet, that 4 that we can talk about, which includes Corrales. It's no sort of surprise, is it, that Mike Ensign's brought them back for a second spell?
No, it's not, and I know Mike Ensign speaks very highly of them as players on the field, but I think what's important to note too is with his time working with them, he chose to bring them back not only for their talents, but just for their character and the types of people that they are, and just the overall you know, expectation of the organization on and off the field, and those 4 definitely add to that.
Jadama, one of those, finds Garcia. Garcia in his second season with the club. Beautiful ball to Corrales. Rivas left it. Corrales across goal, and the opening goal for FC Tulsa. Rodrigo Da Costa. It was a beautiful cross from Corrales, who just a few moments ago put in another good cross. This one right onto the toe of DaCosta. DaCosta makes no mistake. 14 minutes gone. It's FC Tulsa 1, Sporting KC 2, 0.
We'll get another look at that replay. Starts off from Garcia with a great ball over the top to break that defensive line. The ball across, DaCosta making that run in line with that run on the outside. Here's another angle. DaCosta so smart to hold his run, wait for that ball across, and the one-time finish, low and away. It's exactly what you want to see from your striker. What a way for FC Tulsa to start this game tonight.
Just what the doctor ordered, and there is the goal scorer, and it was Jorge Corrales who gets the Arvist assist. 1-0 to FC Tulsa, the first goal of the 2021 campaign at home here at One Oak Field, to follow up with a 3 now. Could it be a second? Here's Matt Sheldon now. Bird now with a chance. 18 yards out, drags his shot wide, Eric Bird. Well, he scored some memorable goals for FC Tulsa as Eric Bird, but he just dragged that one wide. But it just shows you, Anna, a goal can open things up. There's Eric Bird in the frame, but it can really open things up. And this young side, Sporting KC, they've just got to be a little bit careful now, haven't they?
Right, definitely, and just with FC Tulsa building off of that victory last weekend, this goal tonight just continues to, you know, exude confidence from the home side. So SKC2 has to just regroup, not get their heads down, stick to their game plan, but they have to fight their way back into this game.
A team that this franchise has never beaten Sporting KC2s in 8 attempts. There's been, 9 attempts. There's been 1 draw and 8 wins for Sporting Kansas City 2 side. So pretty good record. It was 2-1 to the visitors, with goals from Fred Limon Premier, the former Tulsa Roughneck, and Wilson Harris. When they reunite in the Eastern Conference's Central Division, they'll meet 4 times, including this one this season. Suarez threading a ball through, Sheldon going in, but that's good goalkeeping from the 18-year-old Gavin Kranecki, who's under a bit of pressure now, along with his back 3, Anna Beffa.
He is. He's been under a ton of pressure so far in the first 15 or so minutes of this game. FC Tulsa continuing to push forward and try to put together quality attacks, which they have so far, whipping those balls in from either side and causing Kranecki to make a decision and hold his own.
Lewis takes a touch, can't pick it up, clears left-footed. Underneath this is Constant. Powerful header forward from the number 99, Rafael Ayagua. And there's an offside. FC Tulsa will go on the road for 4 games in a row, and the next visit here will be the current opposition, again, Sporting Kansas City 2s, who will come to One Oak Field on the 16th of June. Bradley Bourgeois will keep that one in. It was on the white line. Lewis clears. 1-0 to FC Tulsa.
You know, another thing to note, Dave, I feel Mike Insian, he has to be pleased with the start from FC Tulsa, considering last game, I know, felt like they did enough to win last time when they played against SKC2, but couldn't get the result on the score sheet. So that was something that I know coming into tonight's match he wanted to focus on, especially with the experience that they have, being able to close out games, make sure they get the goals early, and just have a quality professional win.
Corrales, who got the assist in the opening goal of the season for Rodrigo da Costa, is Bourgeois. Good tackle though coming in from Freeman. Throw in to FC Tulsa's captain, who can play at centre back. Former Nashville man, but he's playing at right back because of the central partnership. Now here's Rivas with a left-footed shot, and Rivas will, by his own standards, want that one back, Anna.
I was just thinking the same thing, Dave, especially after the quality of goals he scored last weekend. With a player like him in that position, he's lethal.
Joaquin Rivas, who scored a brace last week in his 100th appearance in USL, former St. Louis man, back here for his second spell. And we should say that as Anna's already mentioned tonight, if Joaquin Rivas was to get on the score sheet, he will equal the franchise top goal scoring record, which is currently held by Sammy Ochoa, 20 goals with the old Tulsa Roughnecks. So big night for Rivas. You just wonder, Anna, you play the game, you score goals yourself. I mean, you just wonder if that hangs over you a little bit, and it's a relief when it finally happens.
Right, I'm sure. But just with a player of his caliber and just with talking with the press, you can see that that's definitely something as an individual that you think of. But he's so focused on the team win tonight, was so pleased to start off the season last weekend with a win. So in his mind, all he cares about tonight is the victory for FC Tulsa.
Cisneros was fouled there. Here in the midfield is Jake Davis. No foul, says the referee. Here's Rivas trying to thread it through for the goal scorer, DaCosta. That's Sheldon trying to chest that one down. Berg gets a good touch in there, but he was fouled by Cisneros, says the referee. Free kick then to FC Tulsa right on halfway. Good pressure from the visitors here on FC Tulsa. Pretty high press from them, forcing the ball out there. Throw in on the far side down the Sporting KC right. So warm night here in downtown Tulsa. It is cloudy. We did have sunshine today. It's certainly a warm night with a big crowd. Ball loose in the midfield. Now here's Tyler Freeman on the left-hand side. A little bit of room to work in. Barber. Duke finds Barber again. Duke gets the return, falls down. Referee says that is a foul. Bradley Bourgeois can't believe it. It's one of those where you can see why the referee's given it, Anna, but Bradley Bourgeois will consider himself unlucky.
Right, where the referee was, you can understand the call, but here we'll get another look at that replay. First touch around, Bourgeois just trying to get his body in between the player and the ball, but comes in a bit tough, and referee opts to call a free kick just outside the box for SKC2 in a really dangerous position. FC Tulsa trying to get organized, not to concede. SKC2 looking for that equalizer.
Tyler Freeman it will be, with this right footer, we think. Jake Davis is there as well. Everybody back inside the 18-yard box for FC Tulsa. So they look to hang on to this lead that they have, 1-0, courtesy of DaCosta. Here's Freeman, right footed, goes towards goal, a yard over, and I don't think that was ever going to trouble the quality of Sean Lewis.
No, it's going to be tough to beat Sean Lewis from that distance, and it was a hard angle. It's hard to get that ball up and over the wall, back down below the crossbar. But SKC had some great combination play on that left side that led to that free kick. So as you mentioned earlier, Dave, they're starting to press higher on defense, trying to get something going as they're trying to get themselves back in this game and find an equalizer.
Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's safe, clean and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen. DaCosta's goal separating the two sides here. Thank you for joining us here on My 41 here in Tulsa, and also ESPN Plus for this USL Championship game. Battling away are these two teams in the Eastern Conference in the Central Division. Barbier gets a left-footed scuffed clearance there. Bradley Bourgeois finds DaCosta. Good layoff there from Grayson Barber. But FC Tulsa have won that back. Corrales to Garcia. Garcia using all his experience to find Corrales. Corrales, long ball, looking for Sheldon. Sheldon wins the header. DaCosta's there, Barbier's there. Bourgeois, who loves to run down that right-hand side. Here's Bird. Bourgeois having to work really hard to fashion out any space at all. Mojadama and Garcia combining again, the two centre-backs. Corrales shares a 1-2. Corrales now on the run. Was he fouled? Now it's good defending from Jake Davis in the end. But a good combination there between Corrales and Suarez. Anna, we see that quite a lot for FC Tulsa. We'll come back to Anna's comment in a minute. That's a ball threaded back. Chance, real chance. 2-0. That is a really well-worked goal. Dario Suarez it is. He scored last week. He does the same again this week. Dario Suarez gets FC Tulsa second. It's FC Tulsa 2, SKC 2, 0.
Suarez calm, cool, and collected at the top of the 18-yard box. Here we'll get another look at this play, the throw-in. DaCosta does well to hold that ball up and find Suarez. Suarez just gets his head up quickly, finds that low, far and away post, down, out of reach. That's exactly what you want from your striker. 8 goals last season, 2 goals so far this season for FC Tulsa. Dario Suarez puts FC Tulsa up 2-0 against SKC 2.
Dario Suarez it is then with the second of the night. The harvest assist goes to Rodrigo DaCosta. And now we have an interesting phase in the game, Anna, because at 2-0, we know it's a very dangerous score, but FC Tulsa will want to continue putting the gas pedal on here and go for the third. And of course, for this young side, they have to come from 2-0 down. So far, haven't created anything for Sean Lewis to be worried about, but still a long time to go yet.
Right, and FC Tulsa, as you mentioned, 2-0 is a dangerous lead in a sense because mentally you get a little comfortable and you can kind of get lackadaisical in your approach, but it's something that Mike Insine wants to make sure they're disciplined in. But SKC2 will have to start taking more risks going forward and leaving themselves possibly a bit exposed in the defense. But it's something they'll have to do to get that next goal, and especially heading into halftime, they'll want to try to find that goal to build up some confidence heading into the second half.
Here's the scorer of the second goal, as you said, Anna, Dario Suarez, 8 last year, 2 in 2 weeks this season. Foul committed by Grayson Barber. Corrales will pick himself up. He's played in 2 World Cup qualifiers for his Cuban national side, as Jorge Corrales bringing so much experience to FC Tulsa. Header in field by Matt Sheldon. Here's Rivas. Rivas gets tripped, and this will be a free kick. And this is a pretty good opportunity, Anna. It's slightly right. Maybe if you wanted it to be more perfect, it could be more central, but a real chance here for to get something on frame here.
Right, it is. The positioning is ideal in a sense. It's not too close to the goal where you might have the opportunity to get it up and over the wall, back down in time. But Kornecki has already been very busy tonight. He'll look to organize his defense and make sure he limits this opportunity for FC Tulsa.
5-man wall there. Take your pick out of the 3 around the ball here for FC Tulsa, although Suarez is just moving away now. Rivas is there, DaCosta's there. Already 2-0 up. A real opportunity here as the referee blows the whistle. DaCosta it is, left-footed round the wall, easy save for the goalkeeper. Just what you want if you're the goalkeeper, and a nice easy save.
Right, exactly. You saw what DaCosta was trying to do, bend it around the wall with his left foot out of Kornecki's sight, but Kornecki in a good position brings that one in, and SKC2 looking to get something going offensively back the other way.
Kornecki from Sacramento, California, as we said, only 18. He's been beaten twice tonight. Constant will find Barbier here. Barbier, who started his young career in England with Manchester City, before making his professional first debut for West Bromwich Albion in the Midlands of England. Free kick for SKC2s here as they look to lessen the deficit, which is 2-0. Dave Saunders and Anna Beffa here with you. First home game of this campaign for FC Tulsa. Goals from Rodrigo da Costa, assisted by Corrales. Here's the ball into the box. Lewis will come out. There was a slight connection of bodies, shall we just say. Consta goes down with Garcia, nothing doing there. Still on the attack. Ball spins into the box, a stooping header away, and then anywhere will do from Corrales. And now Rivas. Sheldon belting down the right-hand side. Matt Sheldon now could go to goal. He's been driven wide. Can he get a decent ball in? He can, to the far post. There's a header towards the left-hand side. Suarez is there, but so's Jake Davis. And they will clear only as far as Agua, who tidies up, as he often does for Mike Hensey's men in the midfield.
Credit to SKC2 on that last play. They transitioned very quickly into defense with Sheldon streaking down that right side, and Suarez was waiting on that back post, but they were able to get back in time.
That ball into the box. Da Costa said, Suarez said he was pushed, but the referee's having none of that, and on we go. And that's a loose ball back, but Constant is good enough to read that one and play it out to the right-hand side. Now Da Costa. Ball getting tangled under his feet, but he manages to find Eric Bird. Left-footed ball from Bird into the box. In goes Sheldon with a header just over the top, and that will finish up on the grassy bank away there behind the goal with the families who've come in tonight to watch FC Tulsa. And they've already beaten that man in frame, Kranecki, twice inside this first 31 minutes. Another chance, Anna Beffa.
It is, and you see all of the FC Tulsa players wanting to get involved. Eric Bird making the run up on that left side, whipping in a great ball. Sheldon on the backside. Just great movement from FC Tulsa, trying to create opportunities, dangerous balls in, whether that's direct, on the ground, combining. They're looking sharp so far.
Ball up the right-hand side from Bourgeois. Bourgeois slides into another challenge. Falls nicely here for Garcia. Back to Lewis here. Rivas challenges. Falls nicely for Da Costa here. High line being played by SKC2s. Here's Garcia. Mojadama comes forward towards the halfway line, clips the ball towards the left-hand side, picks out Suarez, chested back to Corrales. Bird tries to thread the ball on through to Da Costa. And here's Barbia now at the back for Sporting Kansas City 2s. But they've given it away again.
You know, Dave, one thing I've really liked so far from this FC Tulsa side is they're able to combine, stay composed, and they've had a few direct passes, but they've been very intentional about them. They're not just playing hopeful balls. They're staying composed and picking and choosing when to find that direct pass, which is forcing SKC2 to stay on their toes and making it very unpredictable.
Again, a threaded ball down their left-hand side. Again, it's Corrales. Da Costa's in the middle. Here's Corrales, pulls it back to nobody. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. 2-0 to the home side. And Sean Lewis has not really had a save to make. This game far from over, as we know. Everything can change very, very quickly. If you're Mike Ensian, you want to have a third one before half-time. Here's the El Salvadorian Joaquim Rivas, who would dearly love another goal for him tonight to equal the top goal-scoring record of this franchise. Bird in his second year with the club in the midfield. Jadama finds the Brazilian Da Costa. He manages to slide the ball back to Garcia, who immediately goes to the left-hand side now. They've got the overlap with Corrales, but Suarez will go to the right to try and pick out Matt Sheldon. And Corrales was on the overlap, and Abefra maybe on another occasion Suarez might have chosen to go left.
Right, Dave, you mentioned that great run on that left side from Corrales, and even if he doesn't get the ball from Suarez, it's just something for SKC2 that they have to think about. It draws defenders away, it helps open up that defense and create those pockets of space for them to play into. So even if those runs don't end in a pass, they're doing something and helping create those opportunities.
Bouchois bringing in Niagara. Garcia crossing the halfway line, seen a lot of the ball as Kevin Garcia. Just having to go back there under pressure from Jake Davis. Garcia has played in both Sweden and Ireland. Experienced player. Here's Bouchois. Suarez just giving the ball away there. Davis picks it up. Constant to Barbia. Barbia will play a right-footed ball here into the midfield. Christian Du. Freeman able to get it back to Barbia, who will go back here to Gavin Kranecki. You know, and I want to talk about Kevin Garcia. He probably won't win many Man of the Match awards because everything he does, he's just one of those players that seems to have the coolness around him, rarely gets into any kind of trouble, and just hardly ever gives the ball away. But everything he does is almost unseen by everybody. He's not going to score you the spectacular goals, but he's a very solid and calm defender.
Right, I think you described him perfectly. I mean, he's so smart, he knows where to be. He's very intentional with his movements.
Here's Duke inside the box, Rezatile, and he's just gone out, and it'll be a goal kick.
But going back to Garcia, I mean, just having that experience on the back line for FC Tulsa is so important. And one thing that's been great from him so far, as you mentioned, he might not be in the spotlight a ton, but in preseason, he was able to get a goal for the FC Tulsa home side to help them tie against Austin Bold FC. So he's just a leader on that front for them, and Mike Encian speaks so highly of him, mentoring young players, getting them involved. So
he's one of those players, I think, when you watch him live, and obviously, you know, not always picked up on camera, when you watch him all the time, he just seems to be able to move to the right position of the field, and therefore, you know, it makes up for any running that he may have to close a player down because he's already there. He's that kind of player to me. I think he's very, very important to the FC Tulsa cause.
He is, and it's not always a bad thing when you're quiet sometimes, especially as a defender. You go out there and do exactly what you're supposed to do, and not many mistakes made from the experienced backline.
Did get a goal in the pre-season friendly against Austin Bold a couple of weeks ago, ended 1-1. The atmosphere inside One Oak is a really special one tonight. I mean, there are lots and lots of families here tonight who've put their picnic blankets down and brought the kids, and it's just a really good atmosphere. We were talking to our wonderful staff here, saying the ticket sales have really been very, very busy this week.
Right, and especially after the season they had last year, and just building upon that, they have high expectations for this season, so fans coming out in anticipation of that. But they've been supportive all season long, throughout last season and so far this season, especially with the friendly as well. FC Tulsa putting on a great product on the field, but they've also been extremely involved in the community off the field, which I think makes it just that much more fun for FC Tulsa fans to come out and support this team.
Yeah, FC Tulsa very much part of the local community as Bourgeois goes into the box. Here's Rivas inside the box. Rivas onto his right foot, shoots high and wide. Joachim Rivas, Annabeth, have found the space beautifully inside the 18-yard box. Head down there, because he knows by his own standards he should have and maybe hit the target.
Right, he's been getting in good areas. Here's another look. Bourgeois plays a beautiful ball in on that backside. Look at how he brings that ball down right in front of him, within a foot of him. Bringing that down gives him the opportunity to look up, find Kronecki. He's not able to get the ball down. A player of his standard, he knows he could have done better there, but he continues to get in good areas and create chances.
There's a good header from Garcia. It's too strong there in the midfield, inside the centre circle. Corrales now. Agua will go back to Garcia. Garcia continues his run. It just gives the ball away in the midfield. And there's a slip from Freeman, and now it will be picked up by Bradley Bourgeois. 2-0 the home side FC Tulsa lead, playing from left to right in all white tonight. Thank you for joining us here on My 41 here locally in Tulsa, and also via the ESPN Plus forums. Bird, good ball over the top here, picks out Sheldon, back to Bourgeois. Bourgeois low ball into the box, headed away by Constant. Bird battles, and there'll be a free kick. The USL on ESPN continues Thursday, May 6th on ESPN Deportes with an early season cross-divisional showdown. RGV and San Diego from the Valley, May 6th at 8 p.m. Eastern or ESPN Deportes. You can also follow FC Tulsa all season long on ESPN Plus, home to the USL Championship and more. Watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at espnplus.com. 3.5 minutes of the regulation 45 to go as Rezatar tries to set a ball down the right-hand side. Corrales is there, a little bit too strong for Grayson Barber, but it will be a corner, says the referee. There's Corrales, who's had a good first half, Anna. Good defender, strong defender, brings so much to the team, and obviously will play all the way up the left wing and has already got 1 assist tonight.
Right, he has had a good first run. He's made really good runs up that left side, intentional, very smart runs, and he showcased his speed there, recovering quickly and defending well for the FC Tulsa side.
Tyler Freeman then with the right-footed corner towards the penalty spot, beats Barbier. It's going to fall loose here to Christian Duke. Duke again to Barber. Caden Pierce will switch the ball to the right-hand side to Jake Davis. Davis clipping the ball over the top of the defence into the box as an outstretched Matt Constant left foot, but it won't cause any bother for Sean Lewis. It will slow things down. And with 2 minutes to go till half-time, I'm sure Mike Ensign will want to just sit the lads down in the locker room, as will Paolo Nagamura for Sporting Kansas City 2s, and talk through what needs to happen in the second half, Anna. But if you're Mike Ensign, you'll go in very, very content with what you've seen in the first half.
Right, if you're Mike Ensign, you're definitely pleased, but you're not taking your foot off the gas pedal. They need to come out and get that third goal to really solidify this victory, because SKC2 has the talent to crawl themselves back into this game. They haven't had as much success in the middle combining. They keep looking direct over the top, but FC Tulsa, with the caliber of defenders they have been able to handle it. But SKC2 just needs to regroup, try to just take care of the ball better against this FC Tulsa side.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think something that Paolo Nagamura will say is you cannot give the ball away as much as you have in the first half, and it's very, very difficult. Nobody's saying it's easy when you've got white shirts around you pressing the ball all the time, and then, as I say that, commentators curse. It's Eric Bird who gives it away for FC Tulsa. Here's Davis chipping the ball over the top. That will go through to Sean Lewis, and they haven't been able to find the lone striker Rezatar, really, have they, up front?
No, they haven't. They might need to find another way to get him involved, whether that's him dropping back a little bit underneath and combining a bit more in the midfield as opposed to going over the top, because Sean Lewis is playing, you know, a bit higher. He knows that ball is coming up over the top. He's ready for it, comes out, sweeps it up. So SKC2 might have to change their approach a bit if they're going to break down this FC Tulsa home side.
Of course, they have got Enoch Musagluza on the bench, and also Rapapa Mensah, who Nashville fans will tell you is a prolific goal scorer and will give the likes of Garcia and Jadama and Bradley Bourgeois, who knows him from Nashville days. So you look probably to see him in the second half, or maybe even at half time, who knows.
You're right, I think so. And I mean, again, SKC2, this is the first game they've played all season. FC Tulsa had an opportunity last weekend to kind of work out the kinks, work on team chemistry. So SKC2 with some off-season signings, still kind of working to find their identity as a team. So hopefully in the second half they'll be able to continue to do that.
Tulsa Tech stoppage time is 1 minute. Tulsa Tech gives you the skills to get paid. Trust the local leader in career training for more than 5 decades. Make your own path to the career of your dreams. Apply today at tulsatech.edu. 1 minute of stoppage time. The Tulsa Tech stoppage time, 1 minute. Here's Eric Bird going down the right-hand side in the time that's being added on. He's won a throw-in. Sheldon will just leave that. Applause from Captain Bourgeois at a shot there for the work of Eric Bird in this first half. 2-0 the score. Bradley Bourgeois will get a yellow card there for switching the ball out. The referee, I think, saying that, you know, you were given the ball back. So a yellow card, the first of the game. Is DaCosta. Sheldon does really well on the byline there to get that ball in, had a buffer late on. And in fact there was an offside. So this could well be the last action. The free kick to be taken by Gavin Kranecki. Wearing all green, there he is, number 55. Clears it right-footed, and the referee does in fact bring the first half to an end, and FC Tulsa will go in 2-0 at the break, courtesy of 2 very well worked goals, Anna Beffa.
Right, FC Tulsa has to be pleased with the first half performance, but they'll definitely want to continue the momentum and come out in the second half to try to get that next goal. The next goal is so important. If SKC2 can find a way to score here, it changes the game completely. But if FC Tulsa gets that next goal, they'll just continue to work to close out this game.
Yeah, it's very important team talks for different reasons, isn't it? From Mike Ency and for FC Tulsa and Paulo Nagamura. They both got things to say for different reasons, and I'm sure Mike Ency will be saying, as we said, you've got to go out there and keep pressing, get a third goal, and see if you can go home and win this handsomely. As for Nagamura, he'll be wanting an early goal back in the second half.
Right, for sure. FC Tulsa can't get complacent, but SKC2 just needs to take care of the ball a little bit more, play with some confidence, take risks going forward, and they can get back in this game.
Well, we'll be back with the half-time Williams report, but at half-time here from One Oak Field, it is FC Tulsa 2, Sporting KC2's 0.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to One Oak Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Trust the local experts in career training. For more than 50 years, Tulsa Tech has been in your neighborhood. From high schools to our 6 campuses, we're ready to train you for the career of your dreams. Get the industry credentials to get paid with our hands-on training in everything from aerospace and automotive to health science and IT. Make this next year the best ever. And see how Tulsa Tech can help make your own path by calling 918-828-5000 or logging on to tulsatech.edu today.
Our role is really to help facilitate relationships, build trust, and education, resources, outreach. That's what we do at the Community Engagement Unit. This is a safe space for you kids, so you're going to be interacting with police officers throughout the night. I want you guys to be open, be honest, and have fun. That's the most important thing.
Tulsa is home to some of the most exciting attractions, beautiful wide open spaces, and exploding cultural scenes in the world. We're learning new ways to experience Tulsa safely. You know you can trust these businesses who have created their plans in line with the CDC and Tulsa Health Department. Invite friends and family to join you and see how our city can inspire your next adventure at visittulsa.com.
I wasn't going to let anything get in my way of achieving my goals, which were to be a professional soccer player. So the first opportunity I got at preseason, when a teammate asked if I was dating a girl or something, I just came out to a bunch of my teammates at dinner and said, no, I'm gay. All I needed to do was that one time, because then I didn't lie. Your sexuality should never limit you from playing the sport you love.
San Diego takes the lead.
And having Greenwood Ave be a part of FC Tulsa's jerseys this year is mind-blowing. For this to start in my home, in the bedroom, just on my computer, to see it now, it's a dream come true. I'm really glad with the partnership with FC Tulsa to really help be able to bring not just my brand, but put Tulsa and Black entrepreneurship and Black history really in the forefront. So my background is in graphic design, so I started taking the stores that were on the original Greenwood and recreating those logos to help tell some of the history. So it's important for everybody to understand that Greenwood is not just Black history, it's American history. So with this platform, I hope that everybody can understand what Greenwood represented, why it happened, and learn from it so that doesn't happen again, and we can all be better together. James Baldwin has a quote that says, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. So my hope is that this small patch can do a little bit of us facing what happened and moving forward from it.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to One Oak Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Today is such a great day. It means so much, to me, myself personally, as well as the Tulsa Dream Center. This has been something that we have been trying to accomplish, honestly, for probably about 7 or 8 years. The goals behind me, we have had them on our property, but have not been able to pull off a league. And to see that we've been able to partner with FC Tulsa to make this league happen, and so many boys and girls out here, over 300 boys and girls are being impacted by this league right here in North Tulsa. It can only get better from here.
A core part of our founding documents are supporting soccer at the grassroots level, growing the game, making it more accessible. Knowing FC Tulsa's out here working hard, we wanted to come and support all the good work they're doing and make sure that we can help any way we can.
This is a city that is being run like a startup.
I think it's a remote mecca that's in the ground stages.
Everything that I do for fun in DC, I was also able to do here, but it was way more accessible.
I got here and was fully impressed.
The city is genuinely welcoming of new people and new ideas.
We have to start realizing there's other places to live besides just the East Coast and West Coast.
Since Williams was founded in 1908, much has changed. The growth of cities, rise of technologies, our transformation from a family-owned business to America's clean energy partner, supplying natural gas for cooking, heating, and powering 76 million homes. And while so much has changed, some things should remain the same, like keeping promises, exceeding safety standards, doing the right thing, and protecting the environment. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to One Oak Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Welcome back into One Oak Field here in downtown Tulsa. Half-time score, FC Tulsa 2, Sporting KC 2's 0. Welcome to the Williams half-time report. And so far, Anna, we'll get a look at some of the highlights during this break, but so far it's been very good for Mike Enzian's men, the home side in total control.
It has a lot of action for FC Tulsa's side offensively. 8 shots, 4 on goal. And I think that's a big number for me because it's, 50% of those shots are on frame, which is exactly what you want, obviously resulting in 2 goals so far in the first half. And that's where SKC2 needs to step it up. They haven't been able to connect as much in the final third, and they have to challenge Sean Lewis.
Next goal, very important in this game.
Extremely, extremely important. It sounds obvious. Next goal is important, but for SKC2, it means you're back in this game and FC Tulsa's on their heels. If you're FC Tulsa getting that third goal, it just makes it that much harder for SKC2 to get back in this game, and you can coast a bit as you head into the end of this game and close it out.
Let's have a look at some of the first half highlights, Anna, and it all started off pretty well for FC Tulsa very early on. And here is Corrales driving a ball into DaCosta.
It did, and Corrales was so active on that left side, making runs, whipping dangerous balls in. And here's another look at how effective he's been. He goes left side, finds DaCosta, making a great run in the middle, and the one-time finish low and away from Konecki. It's exactly what you want to see. FC Tulsa starts off strong.
Yeah, 1-0 it was there, and there was DaCosta saying thank you to Corrales for the wonderful assist. Here was a free kick from Tyler Freeman that was no trouble on frame, and that was about as good as it got for the away side, Anna.
Right, it was, but they were getting in good areas that resulted in that free kick. But back down the other side, DaCosta finds Suarez, and Suarez doing what he does best. 8 goals last season, 2 so far, 2 goals in 2 games, low and away to help FC Tulsa get that second goal as they head into the start of the second half.
And a good celebration there on the corner flag. We don't know what that's quite about, but 2-0 it was, and a half-time. As you look at downtown Tulsa here at One Oak Field, and it's all smiles. We'll take a look now at some scores, I think, from around the USL Championship, as it's a real family atmosphere inside One Oak Field, and they've enjoyed the first half of the FC Tulsa fans. They lead by 2-0. See the substitutes out there warming, and you'd expect to see some high-profile substitutions from both teams, Anna, in the second half. Certainly we know about one that will come on, the striker for Sporting KC2.
Right, you mentioned SKC2 with a lot of depth on that side. I wouldn't be surprised if they started making rotations with Mensah. We talked about him earlier in the show. 2 hat tricks in preseason, prolific goal scorer. So I wouldn't be surprised to have him come on for the SKC2 side to try and find a spark for them offensively. And you get a look there, Kieran Winters for FC Tulsa side warming up.
And then, of course, the marquee signing, of course, that's Jerome Kiesewetter, which the home fans would love to see him come in wearing number 9 and a genuine number 9.
Right, he definitely, the expectation for him is to come in and score goals, and that's what he's here to do, and he accepts that challenge. Here's another look at some scores from around the league.
Yeah, Birmingham Legion FC 0, Indy 11 1. That's in the same Central Division. 68 minutes gone there. Tampa Bay Rowdies 1, Charlotte Independence 0. And then with the slightly later kickoffs down the turnpike, OKC Energy 0-0 with Atlanta United 2s. And the same score 0-0 between Rio Grande Valley and New Mexico, 2 old rivals of FC Tulsa there going head to head. San Antonio, talking of old rivals, 1. Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 0. So lots starting to get moving in the Central Division and also on the Western Conference as well. So FC Tulsa with that win from last week, and Louisville City FC with another win as well. So those two obviously top very early on. Of course, Birmingham Legion, Indy 11 up against each other in their first games, and Sporting KC2s, of course, they're in their first game as well. OKC Energy, who were beaten 3-1 by FC Tulsa, and Atlanta United, who were beaten by Louisville, currently on that -2 and no points. But a lot to go on this season. Each team will be playing 3 or 4 times. There will be a couple of out-of-state, 4 out-of-state, out-of-division games. We're going to have a short break here. We'll be back. This has been the Williams Halftime Report. Back in a few minutes.
The growth of cities, rise of technologies, our transformation from a family-owned business to America's clean energy partner, supplying natural gas for cooking, heating, and powering 76 million homes. And while so much has changed, some things should remain the same, like keeping promises, exceeding safety standards, doing the right thing, and protecting the environment. Williams, we make clean energy happen.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to ONEOK Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Welcome back into downtown Tulsa, ONEOK Field. There's a wonderful atmosphere in here tonight, and the FC Tulsa fans have really enjoyed the first half. Rodrigo da Costa and Dario Suarez, the goal scorers. Half-time is FC Tulsa 2, Sporting KC's 2-0. The fireworks go off, and it is FC Tulsa playing from right to left in all white tonight who kick off, and immediately Christian Duke has some defending to do. And as we said, as we get ready for this second half, the next goal really important. If FC Tulsa were to get a third, it would be a very, very long way back. But here come Sporting KC2s, and they want to get a goal here. Jake Davis going down the right-hand side. Important that the first 10 minutes here. Anna Beffer, as we got a slight injury, I think, to Christian Duke, who took something in the face there. Referee just stopping play. But a really important start to this second half, Anna.
It is definitely, especially for both teams. You mentioned why they want that next goal, but it's important these next 5 to 10 minutes. Who sets the tone? If SKC2 can come out strong offensively and put FC Tulsa on their heels, the momentum of this game could shift. But FC Tulsa playing with a lot of confidence, especially with the 2 quality goals in the first half, and they're looking to get the third.
Here's Barber inside the box. Barber, can he fashion out an opportunity here? No, he can't, because Jadama's there to clear it. Barbia, though, keeps it alive with Christian Duke down the left-hand side. Good step inside here. Eludes 2 challenges. And a good start from Sporting KC2s here. Just losing out there as the ball is won by Da Costa, and that will be a foul. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud. Free kick then for Mo Jadama. Finds Rivas. Rivas immediately surrounded by players there. Duke, who's playing as a kind of left wing back. Wins the ball, then loses out to Bradley Bourgeois. Sheldon gets through 2 players, and I'm sure that's going to be a foul. Yes, it was. And that will be a yellow card. And the yellow card will be shown to Cisneros on his professional debut. Good play from Sheldon.
Impressive sequence from Sheldon on that right side. He does well to use his body between him and the defender and maintain possession of the ball with 2 SKC2 defenders closing in, but he draws the foul, and FC Tulsa with an opportunity to whip in a dangerous ball and continue to test goalkeeper Gavin Kronecki.
Rodrigo da Costa and Joaquin Rivas in shot there. Ozzy Cisneros gets the yellow card. Here's Joaquin Rivas' ball in there, headed away by Matt Constant. It's going to be a throw-in on the FC Tulsa left, going to be taken by the Cuban international, Jorge Corrales. Agua threads a ball in there, Constant away. Davis cushions it down. Sliding challenge from Corrales, and then Bird will go all the way back to Lewis, but the arm was round the neck, and that will be a free kick. And you'd expect Corrales to really give Sporting KC2s a hard time down the FC Tulsa left in this second half, just like he did in the first, Anna.
For sure. I mean, he already has, and I want to break a point to that last play of his. He gets up high, SKC2 initially back in transition very quickly, but he hustles back, is able to break that up, and I think that just shows you the awareness and the work ethic of a player like him who's able to get up and down the pitch so quickly and stay involved and not switch off defensively as well.
Here is the aforementioned Corrales. Suarez lays it off to Corrales. Corrales is being surrounded by players there. Garcia, left-footed ball down, looking for Da Costa. Constant heads it, cushioned down. Suarez can't find Da Costa. And Kronecki will clear left-footed. Bourgeois will let that one go out. Talking of Rivas and Corrales with their international experience, Mike Hensium was, I asked him the question. I said, does that kind of get in the way of your preparations? And he said, no. He said, we love them going, but I just tell them they've got to bring something back from their international experience for the team. And they certainly do, Anna.
Right, and that's what you want to hear from your head coach, just having that support as a player from your club heading into something that's just so impressive and just a proud moment to represent your country in an international experience. But for them to play at that level and bring that experience back, bring that energy, just what they've learned to their team in training and games, it's only additive to the home side whenever you have those experiences and players that get the opportunity to do that.
Caden Pierce with the latest foul there. (2-0) the score as Lewis clears the ball. Crowd in good voice here for this first home game. As I said in the first half, they'll have to wait until June the 16th for the next time that FC Tulsa are here at One Oak Field. We will play a 2-game 3-day series. Sporting KC2s, again the visitors, Louisville City, then in town on June the 19th. Another mouth-watering fixture. Rivas. Mojadama finds Bradley Bourgeois wide on the right-hand side. He clips a left-footed ball, volleyed away by Constant. Jake Davis gets her ahead of Garcia, but there's Mojadama to mop things up. Garcia again will go back to Lewis, and they're always content to go back to Sean Lewis.
Such a good quality to have as a goalkeeper too, and as a defender, and no matter where you are on the field, knowing you have that confidence. Suarez trying to break through offensively with that run, but Kronecki does well to come out.
Yeah, Kronecki does really well there, young goalkeeper.
Only 18.
Only 18. FC Tulsa looking for their third goal. Here's Christian Duke, the oldest member in the squad. Christian Duke, who's had spells with OKC in 2015. Swope Park Rangers, who's the same franchise, in 2016-17, and also with Orange County in 18 and 19. Here's Bird clipping a beautiful ball into the box, but there's unchallenged Constant to head it away. Duke heads it on as well. Hayek was in very quickly there. Duke wants to throw in, but I think that, yes, it will go to Christian Duke. And he rejoined, did Christian Duke in 2020. He also works with the academy. Important player. Agua to Bird. Now plenty of space, 2 over here. Can Suarez keep it in? Yes, he certainly can. DaCosta's in the box, so's Rivas, so's Sheldon, driven in. Bradley Bouchoir gets there ahead of Rezatar. Now, here's Corrales. Corrales right-footed this time. Sheldon's there, gets a header in, down goes Kronecki. Good ball in for Corrales, just showing you that he's predominantly left-footed, but a good ball in with his right there.
It was an in-swinger into the back post, and he's played multiple types of balls tonight, which I think just shows how impactful he can be, whether it's a ball whipped in across the box, low and driven, or a chipped ball to the back post. He's very intentional about his crosses, and he's been extremely active in the first half as well as the second half.
Ball loose for a moment there, but it is Sporting Kansas City 2s that have the ball. Barbia there, keeping possession here. They're outdone with possession in the first half. Rezatar wide on the right.
You know, SKC2 hasn't been able to really get a dangerous shot on Sean Lewis so far, but they have looked better at the start of this second half. They've been able to take care of the ball a bit better and they've looked more connected in the midfield.
Here's Davis. Chidama steps in. Bouchoir gets the last header. There's a player down. Hey FC Tulsa fans, visit any of the 7 Tulsa Panera Bread locations for our creamy mac and cheese or the classic bacon turkey bravo. Try the new Chipotle chicken and bacon flatbread pizza, or everyone's seasonal favorite, the strawberry poppy seed salad. These and other favorites are sure to have you cheering. Order online at panerabread.com for pickup or delivery right to you. Your favorites only at Panera. 2-0 the score. And the crowd wanting something to happen here as a player goes down. No foul. Kronecki clears up into the evening sky. As we say, it's a warmish night here. The clouds are present. No threat of any rain as Bouchoir comes striding forward here. Over the top of the defence. It's going to come here to Suarez. Suarez has already got 1 goal tonight. He goes to the far post to Sheldon. Sheldon back across goal, chested down by Danny Barbia, who does well to foil the danger and get it out to Christian Duke. Cool defending from Barbia. Still they come. Here's Bouchoir. Now Rivas chests it down. Bird. Corrales is going to try and get there, but I think the referee's going to give a foul there. Yes, he is. Good pressure from FC Tulsa. Corrales it was with the foul, and very quickly the visitors want to get things going. That's a good piece of skill, wonderful piece of skill. Still they have a chance, and the ball deflects away to Corrales, and here is Suarez. Suarez beaten off the ball by Pierre. Garcia goes back to Lewis. Christian Duke, who's recovered from that bang in the face. And Barbie will go back to Kronecki. It's been a spirited response from the visitors, 2-0 down. in this second half. Here's Davis.
No, you're exactly right, Dave. I've been encouraged by the response from SKC2 in the second half. They've looked more promising offensively, and that last sequence from Tyler Freeman in the midfield with the creativity and footwork was something that they'll be wanting to see more of.
DaCosta not quite quick enough to get on the end of that one. I think he was onside. Yeah, it's been good possession, but they'll want some clear-cut chances, and they'll want Sean Lewis to work a little bit harder in the FC Tulsa goal. Agua goes back to Mo Jadama. And the referee's showing a yellow card there. And I think the yellow card has been shown to Tyler Freeman. Have to be honest, Anna Beffer, I don't know what that was given for, but the referee kind of was off the ball of some kind. So Freeman goes into the referee's notebook, and it's a free kick to FC Tulsa. Maybe a bit of dissent. Something, it was an indirect free kick, which is some kind of an indication it could have been dissent. Now here's DaCosta. Eric Bird, there's an overlap here. Bourgeois here to Sheldon. One eludes DaCosta. Jake Davis is caught late by Eric Bird, and that's an easy yellow card for the referee to give. So Eric Bird goes into the book with a late challenge there. Been by no means a dirty game, has it? I mean, it's been competitive with good possession, but Eric Bird, quite understandably, goes into the book, and now we've got an FC Tulsa player down. I think it's Rodrigo DaCosta. And the game in a slight lull, Anna, but you kind of expect that when a team goes 2-0 up and they're in total control, and then the other team has to come out, and credit Sporting KC2s, they've come out in this second half, they possessed the ball well, and the players will take an unofficial hydration break, but it's been a spirited performance second half.
It has. FC Tulsa hasn't been as aggressive going forward, but still trying to maintain possession, and SKC2 does well to respond in the second half. Here's a look at the injury report presented by Tulsa Bone and Joint. SKC2 none listed, but FC Tulsa with Martin Martinez out for tonight's match.
Can tell you as well down the Turnpike halftime, OKC Energy 0, Atlanta United 0. San Antonio now 2-0 up as they come to the dying embers of the first half against Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Birmingham Legion 0, Indy 11 1. Birmingham Legion now down to 10 men. Rodrigo DaCosta is going to have to come off the field here on the hour mark. And we're going to see the introduction of Peter Kuich. And we're also going to see the introduction of Jerome Kieseveta. These substitutions brought to you by Tulsa Remote. Substitute your city with Tulsa. There is Jerome Kieseveta, the marquee signing for Mike Ensian's men this season. Kieseveta will go up into the number 9, and that's a kind of a straight swap there, although DaCosta has been playing as the false 9, you would say. And now Rivas will play in behind Jerome Kieseveta. Born in Berlin, signed from Inter Miami. Was with El Paso in 2019. And would dearly love a goal in front of his home fans here. As Jadama wins a strong header at the back, and Agua tidies up in the midfield. Finds Dario Suarez. Now here's a chance. And he's hit the post. And that was Grayson Barber going all the way through there, and he hits the post. Very unlucky for Sporting KC2s, and you have to say, Annabeffa, that is something that Mike Ensian's going to want FC Tulsa defenders to really watch out for.
For sure, great effort from Grayson Barber. Those are the types of risks you have to take, whether that's dribbling right up the midfield and just taking an opportunity. He does well one-on-one, just gets a bit of space, enough to take a shot low and away. He had Sean Lewis beat, but saved by the post. Will deny SKC2 the best opportunity they've had so far in this game, but a promising attack, and they'll be looking for more of that.
Peter Kuich came on into the central midfield. Kuich last season playing as the deepest midfielder in a kind of a 4-1-4-1 formation. 21-year-old, born in Zagreb in Croatia, played all 16 games in the shortened season last season. Here's Kiesewetter. Bird to Iagua, and Garcia will join in and find Corrales. 2-0 the score, FC Tulsa. Both goals inside the first half in the 14th and 25th minutes from Da Costa, who's since gone off with a slight injury, and Dario Suarez, who scores again, having scored last week. Sean Lewis's left-footed ball is over the top, and Suarez will run onto this. So that's good defending, you have to say, from Caden Pierre. And a clash which the referee will need to sort out between Matt Constant and Dario Suarez. Both players getting to their feet. Anna Beffa.
Yeah, you saw Matt Constant with that first touch away from pressure, trying to release that pressure from the FC Tulsa side. Here's another look at it. Dario Suarez coming in, steps in front of Constant. Referee might be calling obstruction there. Constant trying to get out of that pressure. Referee calls the foul, and SKC2 heading back the other way.
They certainly are bearing down on the area here inside the box. Player goes down, nothing doing with the referee. Their shot coming in, flashed across the goal from Christian Duke, and it remains 2-0. And certainly this game by far from over, with the way that Nagamura's men are approaching this second half.
Definitely SKC2 coming out strong in the second half, and they've put themselves in good opportunities and just creating more chances. They've still haven't had a shot on goal to really test Sean Lewis yet, but a shot off the post and another opportunity there. They just need to continue to take shots and take their chances.
Certainly it's more of a front three now for the visitors as they try to come from this 2-0 deficit. Pierre. Kuich. Davis just about wins the ball here. Threads a ball inside the box here. Real chance here. FC Tulsa having to defend at their best here. Kuich again chipping the ball forward. Good defending. And Matt Sheldon can bring this ball away, but back they come. Kuich again picks it up in the midfield. Duke down the left-hand side, gets the ball back, plays a nice little triangle here. There's a shot towards goal, easy save.
Easy save for Sean Lewis, but a great combination play from SKC2 on that left-hand side. They've been able to put together some really quality pieces of attacking play. Haven't been able to, again, create a super dangerous opportunity against FC Tulsa, but FC Tulsa making it really hard for them to break them down.
Here's Suarez trying to find Rivas. Rivas is just good, strong defending there from Constant. There's a big smile on his face. And Pierre will bring it away. Here's Dario Suarez. Harvest Bank is a proud sponsor of FC Tulsa. Use your Harvest Flex Rewards personal credit card on eligible ticket, concession and merchandise purchases to earn these 3 times rewards now through the end of the 2021 season. Visit harvest.com/FC Tulsa Rewards for details. 2-0 the score. But as we said, the next goal really important as Davis gives it away to Bourgeois. Now Eric Bird. Iagua just finding a little bit of space here to Garcia. Garcia flips the ball out here to Jorge Corrales. He's immediately under pressure from Tyler Freeman, but does well to elude Freeman. Brings in Joachim Rivas. The two internationals combining there. Rivas in towards Bird, but Kuich is there, Davis is there to clear the ball. And FC Tulsa just finding it a little bit harder to thread the ball through here, Annabeth, with the final pass.
They are, and SKC2 doing really well defending against this FC Tulsa side so far, but Eric Bird trying to create something offensively for FC Tulsa, but SKC2 looking better in the second half, both offensively and defensively, just trying to create something, create space, those runs in behind, shots on goal. See Freeman on the ground.
Yeah, and I've been impressed with Matt Constant, the lad from Dallas, selected by Sporting Kansas City in the second round of the 2021 MLS draft. He's been really good, the number 98 at the back for me.
He has. He's been really smart too. His positioning's been really great, especially with those runs coming in from these talented FC Tulsa forwards, but he's handled them well.
Still they come to Sporting KC2s. In the end, a free kick given by the referee. The substitutes were Kuich and Musa Galuza that have come on for the away side. Crowd still behind their team here at One Oak Field in downtown Tulsa. Kiesewetter won't get on the end of that because there's the impressive Constant, although I say that he clears the danger but gives it away to Garcia. Garcia looking for Kiesewetter down the left-hand side. His header infield now to Rivas. It's suddenly opened up a little bit more. Here's Bird finding Matt Sheldon. Sheldon's tackled by Duke. Ball loose. Bradley Bourgeois, the captain, eludes two blue shirts here. Continues his run. Dario Suarez just trying to slip the ball through to Kiesewetter there. And now here's Corrales on the overlap. Corrales left-footed ball into the box. Kiesewetter stooping header. Bit of a clash of heads there. I think Constant's gone down. I think that's sensible refereeing. Inadvertent clash of heads, but the referee will bring on the trainer straight away.
Right, any head injury, you want to make sure players are okay. Just take a breath. Not rush anything. You see Constant there talking to the referee. Hopefully he looks to be okay. Athletic trainer coming out to tend to him. Here's another look at that clash. The ball gets played in from Corrales. Both players going for the ball, but Constant goes down after that play. Kiesewetter trying to get a piece of it, but referee just plays it safe. Make sure everything's okay with Constant.
Yeah, Constant very important, as we said, to the defensive cause here. No blame at all to Kiesewetter, who's entitled to go for that one. Just one of those head clashes that you get, but again, referees very sensibly, and there's the two players just talking that one through.
Right, and you mentioned, Dave, I mean, it's been a very competitive game so far this evening. Both teams obviously with a lot to play for and two quality sides, but it's been pretty clean. Hasn't been chippy or dirty at all. Referee's done well. Happy to see Constant up, and looks like hopefully he'll be stepping back on here pretty quick.
Kiesewetter, who had spells with Fortuna Düsseldorf in 16 to 18, and also before that with VfB Stuttgart in the Bundesliga there in Germany. Prolific goal scorer wherever he's gone. Rezatar there just heading the ball infield. Here it's picked up by Freeman. Ball over the top, looking for Musa Galuza, but he will have to go and chase that ball and have a throw-in down in the far corner. We're playing the 72nd minute here.
You know, Dave, as we get deeper into this game, it'll be interesting to see. We mentioned how dangerous those 2-0 leads can be with SKC2, an opportunity here. They've been knocking on the door a few times, and they've gotten better as this game has progressed.
They certainly have. And FC Tulsa defensively under pressure here. Christian Duke just looping the ball up. Easy one for Agua. Kiesewetter heads it down. He was pushing. Peter Kuich gets on with it and sets Pierre away down the right-hand side, but there's A ball out, says the assistant. So throw into FC Tulsa. Mike Ensian has Marlon Santos, who's come back from Brazil and been in quarantine, and Solomon Kawambe, Kieran Winters, the academy player, and also Kembo Kabato's on a season-long loan, and also Michael Cunningham. Kuich steps in, but Rivas will pick it up for FC Tulsa here. Here's Kiesewetter holding the ball up, Kawambe to Iagua. Here's Mojadama, Eric Bird, Dario Suarez, clever play from him to find Matt Sheldon. Here's Eric Bird, Bird into the box to the far post, that's over everybody, and that'll go harmlessly away for a goal kick. And we're going to have another substitution, and it is Marlon Santos and Kembo Kibato. Those substitutions brought to you by Tulsa Remote. So Mike Ensian not afraid, Anna Befford, to switch things up. And Dario Suarez, I think, will make way. And also Matt Sheldon, who we'll say would run all night if you let him, but he's going to take a well-earned rest as well.
Both players have had good performances this evening for the FC Tulsa side, but as you mentioned, Mike Ensian with a lot of options on the bench, bringing some on. It's still early in the season. He probably has an idea of the core players, but again, a lot of options, a lot of talented players on this FC Tulsa roster.
Kibato seems to have gone to the left-hand side of the three, almost as a straight swap with Marlon Santos on the right.
You know, Dave, we talked about, FC Tulsa trying to push for that next goal, but it'll be interesting to see if, as this game continues to get deeper, if Coach Mike Ensian might play a bit more defensively to preserve this lead or continue to take risks going forward.
Certainly he would love a clean sheet, that's for sure. There's an offside there. Kiesewetter coming back from an offside position. Constant to Babia. Those two have been pretty good at the back. Beaten by two very good team goals from FC Tulsa in the first half. Bird is tripped there. 15 minutes to go of the regulation 90 as Eric Bird goes down. He's worked hard, Eric Bird. Again, one of those players that gets through a lot of work, as we have another substitution brought to you by Tulsa Remote. Dominic Rezitar has come off the field. And Roger Smith will enter the fray. The number 44, there's Bird. Some people deliver packages, others deliver dinner. At Williams, we deliver natural gas that's clean, safe and affordable, and have for over 100 years. That's how we fuel the clean energy future. Williams, we make clean energy happen. So what's in store then in the last 15 minutes of this game here at One Oak Field? Christian Duke there and Marlon Santos. Santos into the back of Duke. And that will be a free kick. It's interesting as well. Does Paolo Nagamura and Abefa go a little bit more for broke here as the ball's just given away there? Do you really go for it and leave it open a little bit more? Or is it too early on in the season to give things away? Here's Rivas through here now. Kiesewetter. Kibato back to Kiesewetter. Can he turn and shoot? Kiesewetter goes down, and the referee is going to book Jerome Kiesewetter for diving in the box. Anna Beffa.
Referee chooses to book Kiesewetter for going down. It'll be interesting to see if we can get another look at that play. The fan reaction not pleased, but the combination in the middle, and SKC2 defense has been pretty clean all night, constant, a lot of quality play in the back. Here's another look at that combination play. Great work from FC Tulsa to create this opportunity, but you'll see here, doesn't look like anything malicious from the SKC side. Here's another look from a different angle. And Kiesewetter, in my opinion, referee might have made the right decision there. He goes down in the box, looking to draw that penalty kick.
Yeah, nothing doing from the central referee. Kiesewetter gets a yellow card for his trouble. Good combination play, though, involving the substitute Kembo Kibato. Kibato, who's from Toronto, Canada, secured on a season-long loan, as Santos plays a beautiful ball to the back post, and it's headed away by Caden Pierre, and there's going to be a corner for Joachim Rivas to take on the FC Tulsa left here, with 12 minutes to go, and the fans behind that goal willing the ball in, willing a third goal in. Rivas will take this one.
You know, Dave, this corner coming off of an immediate impact from the two substitutions, Santos and Cabado, getting in the mix very quickly, and Rivas.
Ball into the box, it's headed down by Bourgeois. Come back to Rivas again. He can try again with his left foot. Beautiful ball into the box. There's Mojadama heading it towards the far post. There's an overhead kick, ball loose inside the box, and in the end it's cleared away by Roger Smith. Musa Galuza has won a throw-in for his team. Well, it was all happening inside the box there, Anna Beffa.
It was right in front of goalkeeper Kronecki. Here's another look at that replay. A dangerous ball in from Rivas again, right on top. Great header back across the face of goal. Kiesewetter tries a bike, tries to get anything in, but SKC2 compacts quickly, does a great job defending and clearing that ball, limiting another opportunity for the home side.
It remains 2-0. Good defending is constant. Kuich drives the ball to the left-hand side. It eludes Smith, and Bradley Bourgeois, the captain here, in shot there as we are playing the 80th minute here. Clips the ball towards the halfway line. It's flicked on inadvertently. Kuich threading the ball through. Bourgeois back there. Good physical tussle there, and the referee says that will be a goal kick. Good defending from Bradley Bourgeois. The atmosphere inside One Oak is something to behold here. I've alluded to it before, but we've got lots of families out on the grassy banks over the far side there. You can just pick them up at the top of your shot there, but the fans behind Kronecki's goal are in full voice here. There they are. They were in full voice last week down the turnpike at Taft Stadium, where they saw their heroes win by 3-1. 10 minutes to go. Marlon takes a little bang on the head for his troubles. Mojadama then at the back for FC Tulsa. Garcia, Bird, and now Corrales, who's been pinned back a little bit in this second half. Anna Beffa, he's not been able to get forward as much as he did in the first, certainly.
It's been a good point, because with his activity up top in that first half, it caused SKC2 to kind of withdraw a little bit, but with them needing to take more risks in the second half and getting a bit higher, the ladders happened for Corrales in the second half. He's having to hold back a little bit defensively and not get forward as much as he'd like.
Ball given away there to Musagaluza. Garcia was in strongly there. Freeman felt that in the back of his leg. Referee deemed it to be a fair tackle from Kevin Garcia. Jadama is able to find Kibato here. Now Bird goes between two. Outstretched challenge from Musagaluza. Shot from Marlon Santos is wide. Referee played an advantage there. I think Kembo Kibato is a really class signing for FC Tulsa on a season-long loan. He can play in the deeper midfield role. He's kind of playing as a number 10 tonight. Anabafa, just a really good, strong, all-round player.
I agree with you, and he's made an immediate impact since he was subbed on, and he just brings an extra spark of energy. He does well attacking, but he's also, you know, a mindful player defensively, and it'll be exciting for him to be a part of this FC Tulsa side this season.
Ball into the box to the far post. That's easy for Sean Lewis, who again, through all the possession from Sporting KC2s, has not really been tested as much as he would have, you would like if you're a Sporting KC2 fan tuning into this broadcast. Bourgeois heads it forward. Thank you again for joining us here in downtown Tulsa on My 41 locally here in Tulsa, and also on the ESPN app. Here is Kibato threading it into Marlon Santos. Now Santos, decent ball needed, but he drives it straight at Kronecki, and there's nothing doing. Needed to pull the ball back there, Anna.
Right, I agree. There were runners waiting at the top of the box, but again, the combination between Kibato and Santos you talked about.
Here's Eric Bird stealing the ball away just over the top of the bar. Eric Bird stealing in there, defensive error just over the top.
Oh, Eric Bird with an opportunity there. You see the frustration. He wants that one back. Clear shot, not able to get it down. Looks like we'll get another look at that replay. Bird does a great job just coming in, defending quickly, fires off a quick shot, but not able to get it under the bar. He's been so active tonight. I've been really impressed with his performance defensively, but you've talked about how he's been able to score big-time goals in those moments. Here's a look at Kieran Winters subbing on for FC Tulsa, making his pro debut last weekend against OKC Energy.
Yeah, that substitution brought to you by Tulsa Remote. Kieran Winters, a young man locally known for a long time by Mike Ensign. There he is. He'll go into the central midfield, getting some useful minutes under his belt.
And I think that shows you the faith that Mike Ensign has in Kieran Winters so far. This game is not over. There's still time, and SKC2 has shown that they're trying to put together offensive attacks. So for him to bring on substitutions says a lot about the 11 players on this field to try to close out this game.
Playing the 85th minute here in FC Tulsa's opening home match of the 2021 campaign. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Meola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from the MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. 2-0 the score then to the home side FC Tulsa. For Sporting KC2s, they'll be playing OKC Energy on Friday. As for FC Tulsa, they'll be going to Indy 11 next Saturday. The start of a 4-match consecutive 4 matches away from One Oak Field. Here's Kiesewetter, just ball stolen away by Babia. Good defending from the young man at the back there for Sporting KC2. Kibato tidies up to Iagua. Marlon Santos will play the ball back here to Mo Jadama. Here's Corrales. Loose ball there. Kieran Winters will chase this one down the left-hand side. That's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Corrales. The crowd would dearly love a third, but if you're Mike Ensign and his men, you'd be happy to hear the final whistle at 2-0. But here's Rivas. Rivas brings in Corrales. Corrales again chips the ball towards the keeper, but he's dropped that one. But fortunately, Babi is there to clear it away. Here's Bradley Bourgeois. Gabato. Ball bobbling around, but he gets it under control here. Gabato making his debut tonight. Wasn't involved last week in the 3-1 victory. Mo Jadama chipping the ball over the top. There's Constant headed away from his own 18-yard line. Davis is tackled by Gabato. That's what Gabato can bring you in the midfield for FC Tulsa. Now, Marlon Santos up against Christian Duke. Will take him on the outside. Duke stays with him, gets a foot in. Santos still with the ball. That hits Duke, and that'll be away for a corner, and still good pressing from the home side late on here, Anna, with 2 minutes to go.
It was Santos being creative on that side. You see him there trying to pump up the crowd, but great job by Duke. Give credit there defensively. He holds him off and forces a corner, but you hear that energy behind the goal from the fans of FC Tulsa. They want to see a third.
I think those were cowbells, Swiss cowbells being banged there. They're certainly making a lot of noise. Here's the corner from Rivas towards the near post, headed away by Duke. Agua will send it right back in underneath the bar, but that's over the top, and that will be a goal kick for Kronecki. The players move towards the centre of the field. Kronecki slips as he clears that one. Sean Lewis comes out of his area to feed in Jadama then. Now Bradley Bourgeois can stride forward. Santos is there on the right hand side. He finds him, and Santos is just offside. And Santos, for kicking the ball away, will get a frustrating yellow card.
Now, you mentioned earlier, Dave, if this score stands, this will be the first time that FC Tulsa has beaten this SKC2 side. They lost last season at home against this away team. So if this score stands, Mike Ensign will be very pleased with the home side.
Here is Corrales now down the left-hand side. Here's Kiesewetter. Kiesewetter will go to goal himself. Round one. Kiesewetter round two. He's inside the area, but Barbier gets a right foot in, and it's going to be away for a corner. And we are going to have 3 minutes of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. Tulsa Tech gives you the skills to get paid. Trust the local leader in career training for more than 5 decades. Make your own path to the career of your dreams. Apply today at tulsatech.edu. 3 minutes then of Tulsa Tech stoppage time. There's the crowd willing a third in for the home side. Rivas from the FC Tulsa left here. Left-footed ball towards the far post. Jadama's there. Doesn't get anything on it, but he still has the ball at his feet. Under pressure from Musa Galuza here, and Jadama has played the ball out, and he needs to leave that ball alone, or he will get a needless yellow card. Davis to Barbier right down in the corner, closed down by Kiesewetter. Just going back to that point again, Anna, you know, obviously for fans, the fans want to see more goals, but if you're FC Tulsa, Mike Ensign, you know, it's been a professional performance, and if they come out with a victory tonight, a well-deserved victory that really they've been in control of the whole night.
They have. It's been a really quality 90-plus minutes, and if you're FC Tulsa, you know, you were happy with the victory last weekend, but a little disappointed that you couldn't come away with a clean sheet. So if they're able to hold on to tonight and not concede a goal, that's something that they'll be very pleased with, and that's a standard that they want to set for the remainder of the season.
Here's Freeman now. Smith outside here. Smith up against Corrales. Corrales a little bit too good for him there. Good tackle from Corrales. Rivas deep in his own territory. Finds Kiesewetter. Space opened up on the right. Kiesewetter's come to the left. Rivas with a hurried ball with the outside of his left foot. Goes through to Kranecki. Barbia, left-footed ball over the top. Trying to look over the top of Bradley Bourgeois. Bourgeois' back there. So fit and conditioned is Bradley Bourgeois, isn't he? Running in the, 92nd minute here. Just a quality defender.
He is. SKC2's trying to have success over the top, but you mentioned Bourgeois has been just really a black hole on that left side. Nothing's really going.
And a free kick for FC Tulsa. Kieran Winters involved there. And FC Tulsa content to take some time out of the Tulsa Tech stoppage time here. 3 minutes we're playing at the end here. Kiesewetter was in on goal, but Marlon Santos was climbing on the shoulder of Christian Duke. That's Kiesewetter, who would love to get off the mark, score goals in pre-season. Referee brings the proceedings to an end now, so there's a little foul on Kibato. FC Tulsa 2, SKC 2's 0. And Anna Bethel, we said it a few moments ago, but a thoroughly professional performance, not a perfect performance, but a professional performance from the home side.
Right, not perfect, definitely things to work on, but a lot of positives to take away if you're the FC Tulsa home side. Building off of a victory last weekend to start the season off away. Home opener tonight with a victory against the tough Sporting KC2 side. So if you're FC Tulsa fans, you're very pleased. Mike Insian, a quality 90 minutes, a clean sheet, which is exactly what you want to see, especially when you're about to go on the road for 4 games.
Yeah, the fans are happy. The players are shaking hands with each other in the middle. It's been a very good contest between these two sides. 3 players making their professional debuts for Sporting KC2s. It's Christian Duke with Cyprian Hedrick, those two who would have played together at OKC Energy. The flags are flying. The fireworks have been off. We're going to take a short break now and we will review the highlights of this game. Half-time, the full-time score, 2-0.
Tulsa is home to some of the most exciting attractions, beautiful wide open spaces, and exploding cultural scenes in the world. We're learning new ways to experience Tulsa safely. You know you can trust these businesses who have created their plans in line with the CDC and Tulsa Health Department. Invite friends and family to join you and see how our city can inspire your next adventure at visittulsa.com.
Tulsa Bone and Joint is Northeast Oklahoma's one-stop shop for orthopedic care and now features outpatient joint replacement surgeries at Union Pines Surgery Center. Dr. Jason Griffin of Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to serve as the team physician for FC Tulsa. Since 2018, Dr. Griffin has provided his medical expertise both on the field and in the clinic to FC Tulsa players. Tulsa Bone and Joint is proud to be the official orthopedic care provider for FC Tulsa. Tulsa Bone and Joint, moving life forward.
Tulsa's pro team is back. FC Tulsa brings the intensity, adrenaline, and excitement of pro soccer to One Oak Field. They're poised for an explosive 2021 season. Don't miss any of the action. Get your season tickets today and catch all the remaining home games. Show up for Tulsa. Unite for Tulsa. Win for Tulsa.
Welcome back into One Oak Field, and we've just been handed the attendance, Anna Beffa.
Great showing for FC Tulsa tonight on their home opening game. Just over 4,200 in attendance tonight, and you could definitely hear them and feel the energy. You get a shot there, bringing out their blankets, a great family environment, and a showing for FC Tulsa tonight. They'll be very happy with that, as well as the fans. Just an all-around professional win. You'll get a look at the stats here. 13 shots, 5 on target, 60-40 in possession. Completed a quality win tonight for the FC Tulsa side. Sporting KC2 just couldn't get anything going against Sean Lewis in goal. but an excellent start to the season for the FC Tulsa side as they get the win last weekend against the in-state rival, tonight against SKC2, as they head into 4 consecutive road games before they're back here at home.
Let's have a look at the highlights. And we can see the ball down the left-hand side here. Corrales for the first goal. And there is a really quality finish from Rodrigo da Costa. Great assist by Corrales.
Great assist. Corrales had an awesome game tonight. He was up and down that left side. Da Costa, the one-time finish, low and away. Great goal from him. The combination between those two to start off this match tonight with the first goal. And then again, Da Costa finds Suarez at the top of the box. He gets a quick look at where Kronecki is, low and away to get that second goal to seal the win tonight for FC Tulsa.
Really good second goal from Dario Suarez. He gets 2 in 2 weeks to open up his campaign. But this was a good run here from Grayson Barber, which unfortunately for him just hits the post, Anna.
Right, this was a great run, just right up the middle, forcing FC Tulsa to do something. They don't step in time, and he has Sean Lewis beaten, his best opportunity of the match, but unfortunately not able to tuck it away inside the post. And here's another look at another FC Tulsa opportunity. Rivas plays a dangerous ball in. Chaos at the top of the 6, but SKC2 does well defending and clearing that ball away.
Yeah, Kisavetta would have loved a bicycle kick in front of his adoring fans there. There are the players. There's Sean Lewis, who wasn't really tested too much tonight. I think the word professional comes to mind with this 2-0 win.
Right, just through and through, 90 minutes, quality offensively, defensively. The clean sheet is something that they're going to be very pleased about. Mike Encian has to be happy with this victory tonight, just continuing to build as they head to their away games. Yeah, it was
2 first-half goals then from Da Costa, and it was a second from Dario Suarez. Thank you to our wonderful team here. Thank you to you, Annabeth, for your company tonight. It's 2 wins. It's 6 points for FC Tulsa. A comprehensive win. The final score for the final time, FC Tulsa 2, Sporting KC2's 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.